right, welcome back to Duskwood. This is episode 6. This is part 2, and I have to say, I will never, it will never get old hearing the raven and the crows. Like right when you hit that play button, and you just hear all the crows cawing and everything else. I love it, absolutely love it. Welcome everybody, Allie, Lexa, Lloyd, if you're back, Michelle, Fahad, Kyle, Peachy Pup, France, and I might get your name wrong. Sheik. welcome. We have a lot to get into today. We're going to try to complete the rest of episode 6 because it seems like, and I don't know when it's going to happen, but it seems like episode 8 is coming soon. If you look on the Duskwood tracker, it looks like it's just right around the corner. So we need to get episode 6 completed. We need to do the stream of episode 7. That way we can get ready for episode 8, which we're all looking forward to. So we have Lily here. Can we continue? Of course we can. Ooh, but we can answer one question. So what were we talking about last? Can we continue later? Just hit me up. Okay, I'm back. Can we continue? I have one question for you, Lily. Where did you get the information about Jake? It's such a good question. How did she find out? I wonder. Pretty late to ask that. It is not. It's a perfect time to ask it, Lily. Better late than never. Right? Better late than never. We need to find out. You jam owe us. You owe us, Lily, after that video you put out of us. You jam owe us. It was a couple of years ago when Hannah and I still lived with our parents. Hannah was on her computer all the time and kept writing emails back and forth with some guy. Can't remember everything, but I still know that she kept swooning over him, and he has some sort, or he was some sort of genius like me. And she's and is Lily certain that it was Jake? I wonder. Of course it was Jake. How do you know? She talked about nothing else all day long. Jake this, Jake that. It was almost unbearable. Her parents weren't exactly happy about this, but they'd never have prohibited her from it either. And then Hannah suddenly stopped talking about him. Never again, to be exact. I wonder if Lily asked why. Did she ask why she no longer talked about him? No ways she did back then. And if she did, she's forgotten by now. Peachy Pup, you have a great rest of your night. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being here with us. That behavior wasn't even unusual for Hannah. Anyway, I never spared that guy another thought until the hacker suddenly turned up and claimed something had happened to Hannah. But see, that's the thing I don't understand. If Jake was talking with Hannah all the time and then all of a sudden Hannah disappeared, why would the kidnapper who was talking with Hannah all of a sudden just pop up and be like, something happened to Hannah? Like, it's too inconspicuous. I tried contacting him later, but it didn't work. His profile somehow blocked my chat request. What happened then, Lily? Me and Hannah had been close back then, so maybe he really just wanted to help. On the other hand, he was the first to know that something had happened to Hannah, and he even had all of our cell numbers. Right, but why would he put himself out there? Why would he say that he could easily just disappear? That's the point I'm trying to make, is that he disappeared, so he could have easily disappeared again. So why would he put himself out there if he was the one that kidnapped Hannah? That's what I don't understand. That's where I'm not understanding where Lily's coming from. I don't get it. That's the first time I suspected that he could be that Jake from years ago, and when it started getting dangerous for all of us, and he even threatened us, I was forced to fight back. I feel like he wasn't really threatening anybody. Like, it wasn't that big of a threat. It wasn't that huge of a threat, right? Like, it was just, he just said that stop picking on tongue tie. That's all he said. Make a video full of lies. That's all she did. Why are you allowed to put us all in danger, tongue tied? Why was it so important to you and Jake that you stay with us? Because I'm the one helping find Hannah. And I'm the one being pulled into everything. I didn't choose any of this. Can't change it over more. Back on topic. Right. Back on topic. After Jake's threatening video, I logged into Hannah's email account. And it was just like I had expected. All of her and Jake's emails had been archived. How do you know Hannah's password? You just read her through her private messages. What do you mean it was like you had expected? I guess because, like, if she knew the hacker would have been able to get in there, he would have archived. Yeah, that makes sense. But how did Lily have Hannah's password, I guess, would be a good question. I'm her sister. I know a lot about her. Okay. That doesn't mean you know her passwords. Hannah and Jake had really messaged each other a lot, and Hannah told him a lot about herself. Okay. She told him where she lives, who her friends are, where she went to school. Did she ever tell her what the password was? So security questions to prove you're right. Oh, that makes sense. Security questions, because them security questions they ask you, like, what school you went to when you were in 6th grade and who was your first best friend. That's true. That's true. That makes sense. To be fair, there's also things you just talk about when getting to know each other. To get back to the actual point, their conversations weren't one-sided. Jake told Hannah quite a bit about himself, too. And then you published all that, and I had to admit you're smarter than I thought, Lily. I don't know. She's smarter than I thought, but she was still wildly, I don't know what the word is without being too mean. She wildly not smart because she was wrong. She was smart because she figured a lot of stuff out, but she was wrong, so it still made her stupid. But you know what? I can't say that I don't understand, so I do understand, though. I do understand. I get it. I get it, Lily. As long as you're on the right side of things now, though, that's all that matters, I guess. But I hadn't read all the emails when I logged in. There were just too many, and at some point I had to take a break. Unfortunately, I fell asleep. And when I logged back into Hannah's account, the entire folder with her archived emails was gone. Maybe you did it by yourself by accident. Great. But you know what that reminds me of? Hannah's message with my number in it. That's right. Hannah had a message with my number in it, and all of a sudden it disappeared. According to Thomas, that message was suddenly deleted too. Good thinking. Right. Which is weird. With Hannah's email provider, you can see when your last login was on the main page. You know that. Yeah. Same here. Good, so you know what I mean. The point is, there was no doubt left someone had logged in after me to delete all emails between Hannah and Jake. But who? I'm not going to throw Jake's name out there. I'm not going to put him under the bus. I'm sure it was Jake. He would have the most plausible reason to delete the emails, to keep something secret from me. I forgot something else. There was one more thing I could clearly gather from those emails. I told you that Hannah suddenly stopped talking to Jake, right? Right. You mentioned that. Oh, that was on Jake. Jake was the reason why they stopped talking. That's right. It was him who distanced himself from Hannah. How did you find that out? I mean, it probably was in an email, right? Jake had to have said something because he started acting differently towards her. Okay. Differently how, though? His answers were shorter. He sent fewer emails overall, and he stopped asking her questions too. Well, now you know. Right, so when they stop asking you questions, it's probably not a good thing. Because they're trying to end the conversation, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? But now I know. Yes, I do. Thank you, Lily. Thank you. No problem. Tongue-tied. So shall we continue with the next puzzle? Yes, the word dusty. Right. We got the word dusty from the riddle between read between this lines, and we know that Dusty is, well, Lily just said it, but we know Dusty is Hannah's cat, which sounds vaguely familiar. I feel like we know who Dusty is. I feel like we've seen a cat in Hannah's cloud. Don't you remember? Dusty is sadly no longer with us. Oh, poor cat. Poor cat, meow. There's poor cat. I think you have to find out this clue about Hannah's cat is supposed to tell us. I'll give it a try. So let's go back to Jake's profile. We have the cat right there. So we know that the cat right there. I remember this giving me a little bit of issues the first time I played through it. And I couldn't figure it out because when you're just holding the phone, you're sitting here holding the phone and you're not moving. You're just kind of like looking at it. You're like, I don't know. I don't get it. But when you start moving your phone, you see that little shimmer? That little shimmer. Then when you start to really shake it, then it becomes permanent on that picture. And that's a little puzzle piece. Yeah, that's little shapes and everything else. That's how you figure that part out. Go back to talk to Lily. I found the shape on the picture of Dusty. A shape? Yeah, it's a shape. When I moved my phone. Send her the picture. Look, it just popped up out of nowhere. Jake was super weird when he talked about this picture. He had this shape on the picture for me. Now I understand why. That's not important right now. So he had to have hidden that shape on there for us. Maybe not necessarily for me, but for us. He knew we'd find it. You know, you lead from Dusty to the cat picture to this puzzle piece. Then we got to figure out what the shape is supposed to go to. All right. And that shape vaguely looks familiar to a lot of other different shapes. This is the next puzzle. Does he do this a lot with? Yes, smiley face. And we enjoy it. So we absolutely love Jake. Can't believe that you trust him. Never had a choice. That's really none of your business, Lily. It's really none of your business, Lily, whether I trust Jake or not. But at least I know where the shape is. And if you don't know where the shape is, let me learn you today. You can see right there on the map, it already looks like that shape that we saw. Not exactly, but it does kind of resemble something in here. And so if you zoom in, you can kind of see a bunch of these different shapes, and right over here is exactly that shape. So we know exactly where that is. We know exactly what to do with it. We know where that puzzle piece came from. Now we just need to get to that spot. But Lily should know that shape too. Definitely not. Since Jake hid this shape in Dusty's picture, it must have been a clue for you. That's right, it was a clue for me. Not for Lily, it was a clue for me. So you must have seen it somewhere before. Yes, and I know where. It depicts a house on the map of Duskwood. And what's that supposed to mean? What house is this? Can't you tell? I don't know. I mean, if I say wait and have to look it up on a map, I mean, we already looked it up on the map. But we can't really do anything else with it. It's just kind of there, right? So, yeah, I know where the house is. I know exactly where it's at. And now what? Do you want to go to his house? Yes, I want to go to this house. That's what we need to do. It's the next clue. You know what, Lily? It's time for you to start contributing. It's time for you to start contributing to this search for Hannah, your sister. Time to step up. To be honest, going to this house doesn't feel like the greatest idea to me. Do you want to find Hannah or not? I'm with you. Do you see any alternatives? Look, Lily. I'm here to help find Hannah. If you're not, I mean, I guess the big question is, Lily, do you want to help find Hannah or not? Like, this is what we need to do. This is the next puzzle piece. This next riddle. We need to go there. Kind of question is that? But don't you think it's weird that Jake wants to lure us to this house? No, I don't think it is. Not at all. I don't think so one bit. I think he has a plan, and and he knows what the plan is, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna go. But it's not Jake's style to lure us in a trap. There's a reason behind this. Probably gonna go to find another clue. Just doesn't fit him. The kind of approach is too crude for Drake. Look, he would never commit a crime, such an easily traceable crime. Well, I don't want to tell Lily that he would create a crime at all, but this approach is just too crude for Drake. That's what we'll go with. What were you gonna say, Lily? No holding back now. All right, Lily's going to the house. But you realize that if something happens to me now, that everyone will be able to read what we've been writing. That's fine, Lily. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. If something happens to you, they don't know where tongue tied's at anyway. I'll just disappear. No worries, Lily. He would be framed as Jake's accomplice. Again, no worries. You really don't have to be scared. You do realize that Jake can easily delete this chat history, right? Yeah, Lily, you know Jake can easily just delete the chat history. I'm not scared at all. Not worried one bit. Let me just throw a little JK out there. That way she doesn't like send this off. All right, so now we're going to explain the way. I will show you the way. Let's go ahead and start at the Bar Aurora. The Black Swan. No, not the Black Swan. Let's go ahead and start at the Bar Aurora. We need to go kind of southeast towards the outskirts of town. Yes. All right, so maybe the first crossing. Yeah, at the first crossing, go north. That would be good. And it's the first road on the right. First on your right. Second house. Last house on the left. It's the last house on the right. No, not the right. It's the last house on the left. Perfect. That's perfect directions. There's no way she can get lost. Just follow those directions exactly and you will find the house, Lily. All right, I'll get going. I'll message you when I'm there. That's right. Oh, Dan. What do you have to say, Dan? Did Dan send something? I wonder what he sent. Does Dan even know what Dan sent? Does he know? Does Dan know what he sent? I wonder. Look at you. my goodness. Let's just get a little. Oh, you're lucky. Oh, you're lucky I can't zoom in on that, Dan. Let me see if I can. Nope, I can't. You're so lucky. I was gonna zoom right in on your jam face. You look like you're having the time of your life in that hospital, Dan. Hair's getting a little long. Might be due for a trim. A little trim up. But you look like you're doing all right. You look like you're doing all right, Dan. Though you don't really have a cast on your arm anymore. I don't remember if you had one. I don't remember. I think you may have hurt your shoulder in the crash. You got something. You got a little towel there. Is that from like the drool? I don't know. Like when they must have put you on some meds. Maybe that was when you were drooling, and I don't know. Maybe when you were sleeping, little drool pad. I don't know. You got a little towel on your shoulder, but all in all, it looks like you're doing good. Looks like you're doing well. You got a strong beard game. Got a strong beard game going on. Looking well. Looking well. Looks like you're feeling good again. If you like bearded nurses and commodes, then yeah, very good. Now we know who's been giving Dan his sponge baths. Bearded nurses. That was the towel that the bearded nurse was giving you a sponge bath with, was it? Oh my God, I'm crying right now. Oh, what do so Dan's asking, what are you up to? Not much. Are you trying to start some small talk with me, Dan? Wait, what are you trying to do? Trying to have some small talk? You know me and Dan we're like best friends. Super competitive with each other. We're probably the best frenemies that you could find. Tongue-tied and Dan. Could probably throw Lloyd in there too, but I think Lloyd and Dan are more enemies than friends, so they're more. I don't know what they're more. Yeah, I don't know. They're not really frenemies at all. They're just more enemies. Did you listen to my advice about the hacker dude, by the way? No, not really. But your advice was that we should keep away from him, right? No. Well, he kind of distanced himself from us. He went into hiding, Dan. So it's something you don't have to really worry about. But no, I didn't. Sorry. Could it be that you're worried about me? Why is Jake such a red rag to you? A red rag. I don't know. Maybe Dan's worried about me. I think that's what it is. Maybe Dan is worried about old tongue tied here. Doesn't want to see tongue tied get in any trouble. Believe it or not, Dan is a gentleman. Everybody, check that out. Dan's got a soul. Dan's a legit gentleman. He's rough around the edges, but he's a gentleman nonetheless. A gentleman that drinks whiskey at that. Can't just stand and watch when there's a damsel in distress. I don't know who he's talking about. If he's talking about Hannah being the damsel in distress, if he's talking about Jesse being a damsel in distress, or if he's calling us as a damsel in distress. Now, granted, we are playing as a female main character, so maybe Dan is referring to us as the damsel in distress. I don't know. I don't know what you mean by damsel. I'm no damsel. A woman then. That's right. A woman in distress. Anyway, I've been thinking because of the attack on Jesse and stuff. Have you ever considered that the symbol might not have been for Richie, but for Jesse? Because it was on Roger's garage, but it could have been for Jesse because she works there. That's not really necessarily how the story goes. That's not how the lore unfolds, but normally it's on the door of your of the house, right? It's the door of the house of somebody who committed a grave sin. But you know what, Dan? It's a good thought. It's a good thought. I suppose it could have been for any of them, really. Could have been for Richie or Jesse because it was on it was on a door of where they both worked. Sure, maybe. So what? Now you're suddenly interested in the case now, Dan, huh? Dan's just super annoyed at hanging around here. Why don't you just check yourself out, Dan? Aren't you allowed to voluntarily check yourself out of the hospital, or are you still too pretty banged up, I wonder? Anyway, the feathered the feathered dumbass tampered with his car. It became personal. I'll I'll just let you carry on doing tongue-tied things then. Just wanted to say that. Thought it might be important. What do I know? And be careful with the Raven guy, I mean. Look at that. Dan showing that he's tongue-tied's best friend, whether he likes it or not. Me and Dan, we go way back. We go way back. I'm there. At least I think I am. So Lily has made it to the house because there's no house here or anywhere. Is there something similar? Is there something similar? Maybe a building of some sort? See for yourself. There's a building. Look at that. I can't zoom in. Why can't? There's a jam building over there. You got a road. It's a nice scenery. I love the wood. I don't know. I really enjoy the scenery that they show us of Duskwood. I would love to actually visit this place. That would be amazing. Go have a drink with Dan at Aurora's bar. That would be nice. A little lamp pole there. Another little scenic view of the forest and some fields. A little walkway. The lamp pole. Ooh. We'll see if Lily will go ahead and give us a call. See what she has to say. Sounds windy as hell out there. Maybe you're overlooking something, Lily. You gotta figure something out. I doubt that. There's not a lot to see here after all. There's nothing here but grass and trees. Jake wouldn't have wanted you to go there or go into the forest. Just see if you can take another look around. Thoroughly. Look, there has to be something there. There has to be something there. Just not seeing anything. Only possibility that I'm wrong here, but it's a good possibility, Lily. You seem to be wrong about a lot of shit. Maybe Jake sent us something else? No? Maybe if we check the map again. Oh, we do have a new spot on the map! Question marks. A moon. So the first was a light. It looks like a light on a wall. And then there's a moon. Another light. And a solar eclipse. So we got 2 lights and 2 moons. All right. Map suddenly changed. Changed how? I think another puzzle. Hard to explain. So there's suddenly a marking in that place. There's something there that wasn't there before. That's right. There's suddenly a marking in that place, but then when you click on the marking, it's not giving us anything but essentially 2 lights and 2 moons. There are pictures on the map. They're all pointing at something. I think the order contains the answer. Could use some. Were they pointing at anything? What the hell were they pointing at? Did the order contain? Was it the order? I mean, I think it has to be the order rather than pointing. It's not, there's nothing pointing at anything. So I think it has to be the order of it all. Oh, I get it. I finally get it. I actually never put 2 and 2 together in the first playthrough. So check it out. So we know that the clue is like, what was it, 0104 or something like that? 0104. I think. I don't know. Maybe. We'll find out. I think you must be misunderstanding. I think you're misunderstanding, Lily. They've all got something to do with nature. They're all dark. That is true. They were all kind of dark. The one shows a lamp on a table. So let's see what happens if we do. They're all dark. There was definitely 4 pictures. I know the contents of all the pictures. Pictures were very colorful. One shows the moon. One shows kind of a tunnel. So one shows a moon. I'm actually picking different responses from my first playthrough just to see if it would change, just to see if we can get to a different spot. See if we can get to the same answer a different way. I can't deduce anything from that. Can you describe the pictures any other way? So if we don't describe the pictures correctly, do we have to keep doing it over and over again? Let's try something else. One is solar eclipse. One shows kind of a tunnel. Hmm. I mean, I know what it means. There's a lamp on one of on your pictures. A lamp on her pictures. Yeah, that one right there. I mean, we know it's the lamppost, but we're trying to see if we can get to that same answer by giving a bunch of, I guess, wrong answers. I don't know. So she found the lamppost, and that is the next clue 01040. Yes, we found the next puzzle. Probably means Jake was in Duskwood. Not necessarily. He could have convinced somebody else to put that there. Hmm. Maybe Jake was in Duskwood. I don't know. Maybe he was in Duskwood. But not necessarily. Nowadays, you can find anything on the internet, including a person that'd be willing to stick a sticker on a lamppost. Even people who would place weird stickers in weird towns for weird puzzles. So weird people like us can find them. Right, exactly. It's exactly what it is. It seems to me as if Jake was trying to stall for time with this whole thing. I've been thinking that since the puzzle before last. You're only saying that because you don't know him, Lily. But what do you time for what? You see, he's stalling time for what? What exactly is he stalling time for? No idea. You should know better than I. Right. So you just have no clue, Lily. You have no idea. Jake moves in mysterious ways. Isn't that like a song or something? Have you been in contact with him since we've been involved in this whole puzzle thing, by the way? Of course, yes, I have. Uh, since we've been doing the whole puzzle thing, no, I haven't been in contact. I've been trying to message him, but not getting any reply back. Look, he definitely. I wonder if Lily thinks he bailed. Look, I'm not saying I'm not even gonna ask Lily if she thinks that he bailed because we all know he wouldn't. Tell me, you and Jake, what? Me and Jake, what? Are you a couple by any chance? Ooh. All right, chat. I apologize. I've not been paying attention, chat. We have a long ways to go, I think. I mean, I think episode 6 is a two-part, with 6 puzzles, I believe. So we definitely have a long ways to go. So I'm trying to bust out this story because it's probably gonna I don't know, it might be a long night for us, and I got to be up super early in the morning. So, do we tell Lily that me and Jake are a couple? I wonder what would happen if we told Lily that me and Jake are a couple. Jake would see it when he eventually came back, right? I mean, Jake would definitely see it when he came back. How would he react? Allie said no because you thought Jake might see it. What if Jake wants to be a couple? If we say yes, Lily will say I thought so. But I'm not worried about what Lily has to say. I could care less what Lily thinks or says. But if we say yes, that we are a couple with Jake, and Jake logs back on and sees the chat that we had with Lily and sees that we said that we were a couple with Jake, how do you think Jake would respond? I wonder. Just said it's complicated. So after you say no, there will be another option to say, but things can always change. Hmm. Well, in spirit of trying to get the romantic relationship with Jake through this playthrough, we are going to say yes. We are a couple with Jake. That's what we're going to say. Just in spirit, this is what the whole playthrough is about, as the female main character, is to get the romantic relationship with Jake. And we're going to do everything we possibly can to do it, even if we have to say that we're a couple and Jake has to read that eventually later on. Who knows? So that's what we're going to do. Look at that. We can even say we've fallen in love with each other. So we're going to do it. And Jake's going to see it eventually. He's going to see it eventually. She says, I thought so. So what made you ask, Lily? What made you ask? I wonder. Because of what he did during the vote. He saved us from getting voted out. That's what he did. Because you were wrong, Lily. He was correcting your mistake. How about that? How about that? He was correcting Lily's mistake. You don't react like that without feeling being involved. I'm going home now. You try figuring out what that weird sequence of numbers could mean. Oh, I will. Don't you worry, Lily. I will. Dan's going back to sleep. Pain medicines must be kicking in. Don't forget your drool rag, Dan. And if Lloyd ever if Lloyd ever does come on, let him know that you said screw you. There we go. We're back in the cloud. Let's go ahead and knock out a bunch of these puzzles. That way we can get back into the story. What do we got to do here? We got colors and shields. Okay. Sounds simple enough, but not really. We need to get these chains knocked out in some way. But it's not going to be easy to get the chains knocked out. I feel like we're already at like a disadvantage. Here we go. We got one chain there. And that's going to be a good power up there. That's a vertical power up. That's going to be nice to hit. Yes. There we go. There we go. Let's see. There we go. That's good. That works. That works. A little bit. Doesn't work perfect. Oh, there we go. We need that red. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Kind of. Oh, that would have been a nice little power up to have. There we go. That helps. That helps. Perfect. Oh, we're doing so good. Oh, man. We might actually beat this on our first try. We got 2 more shields down here. We got 1 more shield down here. There we go. There we go. We're so close. 5 moves left. Shields are done. We just need these reds. 1 more red. Perfect. Perfect. Jam geniuses. Oh, I'm so damn good at this game. Lexa thinks that Richie and Jake are the same person. I don't know. I can see all the little things they do are the same to me, so I'm going with that. I don't think so. Their personalities are wildly different. Jake's very reserved. Richie's a bit more outgoing. But if Richie is Jake and then Richie then acted like he was faking his own death to take the heat off of him, but all that doesn't make sense to me because Jake's already hidden. He's already a ghost. Richie doesn't need to be a ghost. Jake's already a ghost. So I don't know. It makes my head hurt trying to think about it. You think it'd be interesting if they revealed his voice? If they revealed Jake's voice? Jake, Lexa, Jake isn't mysterious to her. Tongue-tied is more mysterious because he won't even tell us his name. You know what? We don't even know if Jake told us his real name. Let's be real. Tongue-tied did tell you his real name. I did tell you my real name. We don't know if Jake told you his real name or not. This puzzle is easy. I beg to differ. I feel like this puzzle is rather difficult. Could have used that purple power up that we just missed out on. But whatever. That helps. That helps. All right. Get that out of there. That's a good power up to have. All right, check this out. Let's see. Hopefully this works. There we go. Oh, we didn't get out all of the shields. Got close. Got close to getting the shields. Ooh. I want to use those power-ups, but I kind of just want to complete the game. I just want to complete the puzzle. Don't even need to worry about the power-ups. Ooh. George Plays thinks Dan might be part of the kidnapping. Throwing shots at Dan there, George. I'm not sure he would really appreciate that. But what does it matter? Who cares? I don't think Dan would like that at all. Right, France. Be happy that Dan's not here right now, George. He'd have some words for you. He would have some words with you right now. Yes, Allie, my real name is Tongue-Tied. That is my real name. Don't listen to Fahad. He knows nothing about Tongue-Tied. My real name is Tongue-Tied. Allie did call Dan Flower Boy. That was immediately kicked him off. Ruvi doesn't think Dan is the kidnapper. He's too honest, right? And how would he be getting in and out of that hospital this whole time if he was the kidnapper? Be pretty difficult for him to do, I think. Lexa, okay, last try on my part. We both say who we think the man without a face is, and if I win, you reveal your name. First, or middle, or last. And a bonus, if Richie isn't Jake, then you win by default. No. I do not accept, Lexa. Because as you should know by now, I only accept bets that I know for a fact that I would win. That's the only type of bets that I accept. The only bets I know, or the only bets I accept, are the ones that I know for a fact that I can win. Besides, you'd get the same exact answer if when I win, you get the same exact answer. Name's Tongue-Tied. I hate these bombs. These bombs are a pain. I feel like I'm going to get one to explode on me here soon. Here we go. Here we go. Nice. Got that one taken out. I don't have to worry about it no more. Struggling. Struggling on this one. I can't even see. Oh, there we go. There's one. I was like, I couldn't even see a move. I couldn't see a jam move. Highest probability is not a certainty. That just means there's a higher of a chance that I would win. Again, I don't bet unless I know 100% that I would win. France rather solve math problems than deal with these bombs. I'm right there with you. Can't jam stand them. I don't think I have to worry about any more bombs, though. I just need to get 3 more blocks, and I think that'll be a win. As long as I can get 1 more block, I don't need to worry about the bombs anymore. But where? Where's the win? Where is it? How many moves do I got left? 4. I've got 4 moves left, so I have an opportunity here. Let's see if we move that. That helps. There we go. Easy peasy. Megro Gamers, bro. I've seriously watched your whole videos for some answers, and I was wishing if I was there in live chat. Well, you're here now, and welcome. Welcome to the stream. Megro was sad because yesterday he finished the game, and now I'm thinking to clear data and to play it once again. I'll tell you this. You don't want to clear it yet. Episode's 8 right around the corner. If you clear it now, you're gonna have to go through all of it before you get through get back to episode 8. And episode 8's coming up. It's right there. Episode 8 is coming up. It's coming up quick. It's almost done. All you have to do is check out the Duskwood tracker, and you can see that it's close. It is really close. I gotta figure out these bombs, but I'm not getting any drops. Not getting the right color to drop. There we go. There we go. Get that bomb out of there. Can't be dealing with them bombs. Oh, that was the wrong move. I shouldn't have went up. I should have went to the left. Shoot. Probably won't win now because I made the wrong move. Give me a green. There we go. Luck. Luck was on my side there. So, Lexi, your theory is that Thomas is the man without a face and Richie and Jake are the same person. It's process of elimination. Interesting. Very interesting. We didn't get very many bombs on this puzzle. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining, but not very many. Not very many at all. Which is fine, but I just need to get the colors now. Not the colors, the cinder blocks. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, boy. There we go. Megro thinks that Richie is the man without a face because the least reason is he always makes conversations small and says, "Let's take a break." Okay. I'll be honest, I'm sus. I'm still sus on Richie too. I definitely don't think that he's quote unquote dead like he portrayed himself to be in episode 7. I don't think that one bit. I think it's all a plan to throw everybody off his scent, so he can do what he wants to do without anyone accusing him of anything. Or it's a plan to catch the man without a face. Because now the man without a face won't suspect Richie and won't be worried about Richie getting involved. That might be another reason too. Not getting the purples in the right spots, that's for sure. Shoot. I got 2 moves, and I don't think I can do it. I wasn't getting any purples in the right spots. The hell? Shoot. Didn't do it. It's gonna jam lose. Yeah, you would. You jam would. Didn't work. I had a plan there and it didn't work. Still didn't work. Oh well. I was trying to see if I could get a really good power up, but alas, I could not. Not to worry, still got the bombs out of the way. Ooh, that's a good little power up. Oh no! Let's do it. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. There we go. I knew we could do it in just a couple of moves. Jim knew it. Oh, Lloyd, welcome back. Yeah, Dan left you a message. You might, yeah, you already got it from Allie, but Dan wanted us to let you know when you did finally return, uh, you know, that he said, screw you. He was wondering where you were at. So this is where it gets tricky because I need to move. Shoot. I need to find a way to move that key out of the way, which I found it right here. And now we can drop that. All right, so one key's done. Perfect, one key is done. Yes, Lloyd the Flower Boy, missed you. There we go. Get that out of the way. Perfect. Perfect. The key puzzles can be easy with the right power-ups. If you get like a vertical power-up, like right above a key or right below a key, yeah, you can take out the whole line, the key will fall straight down. But I've had a couple key puzzles that absolutely hate them. Absolutely hated it. Where's the spot? Where's the spot to move it? We don't really have one. Let's go there. Let's go there. Oh, you would. The one color I didn't need it to expand the ice to. That was... Oh, it's like it knew. It's like it knew. Don't be afraid to sing. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back. There we go. There we go. Haven't even gotten a key to fall yet. There we go. Finally got the first key to fall. Let's go ahead and get it to move out of the way. Please don't expand on the yellow. You would. You freaking would. Oh, I can't believe it. Can't believe it. I didn't want it to expand on the yellow. You guys heard me say don't expand on the yellow, and it went ahead and did it anyways. Don't know why it feels the need to torture me. But apparently it does. I do have a feeling we're going to be struggling with this one, though. Oh, kind of needed that one. I needed that power up. There we go. First key out of the way. Probably don't have very many moves left. What happened to Dan after the accident? Well, he got laid up in the hospital for a little while. Lloyd, while you were gone, Allie was holding up your name. She was taking care of Dan while you were gone. Even called Dan a flower boy. She was holding your legacy, Lloyd. There we go. Beat the puzzle. I wasn't sure if we were gonna actually beat that puzzle or not, but we did it. Cause I'm a jam genius, and that's why. It's the only reason why. Cause you have a genius at work. Marvel at my geniusness. Oh. Didn't really want to do that. It's not what I wanted to do. But I did it anyways. I have a feeling like that was a bad move. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I didn't know it could expand over to the key. Oh my goodness. Oh, I did not know it could expand to the key. Had no idea. Now this one, I definitely have a feeling we might not make it out. Made too many mistakes. Too many mistakes. Not gonna be able to beat this one. I just don't see it. I don't see how we could beat it. There we go. We have a chance. We have a chance if I can get a few good power-ups in the right spots. That's good to have there. Oh, I knew it. You know, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going because I think we can beat it. I just got to get that key out of the way. That wasn't what I wanted to do. Nope. Nope. That wasn't what I wanted to do. Okay, I have an idea. If I don't run out of... Jam it! I needed that red. The red was supposed to be above the key. Why wasn't the red above a key? Too deep in the rabbit hole now to give up. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Finally. Finally. There we go. Oh my goodness. That one was a pain. That was a jam pain. I didn't like that one at all. It's a good question, Lexa. I'd love to know what everybody else thinks as well. Who do you think the man without a face is? Such a good question. Because nobody knows. Nobody has any clue. Ooh, forgot there was ice there. Can't be having that. And we got bombs? Oh my goodness. Ice and bombs. How are we going to survive? Okay, come on. Jam ice. I haven't been able to get any of that ice out lately. Oh, and I got another bomb down there. I didn't even see that bomb. Man. Finally got a good little chain reaction there. Shoot. Still need 14 whites and 5 windows. Are we even close? I don't even know if we're close. Oh, we're close. We're so close. Oh, we got it. We only needed to extend our moves by one more time. Oh, we finally got it. That's not an easy puzzle. Not an easy puzzle. Hello, Hannah. Welcome to the stream. Working on getting these puzzles out of the way. That way we can continue on with our story. Hopefully it doesn't take us too long. It shouldn't take us too long because we're geniuses. We can get through these puzzles like nobody's business. Too damn smart for these puzzles. There we go. There we go. Let's get it. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. And we might be able to beat it with one more move. Oh, we still got colors. Jam yellows. Oh, what the hell? I forgot about the colors. Oh man. Oh, bite me. Can't believe it. We were doing so good. We got all the chains out. We got everything out. But then we forgot about I forgot about the colors. Wasn't paying attention to the colors. But I feel like it didn't give me enough colors to work with anyway, so it's not even my fault. The game didn't want me to win. That's what I blame it on. Oh, jam. Don't take these. There we go. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Last move. Last move. Last move. Whew. Jack, welcome. Jeremias, welcome to the stream. Saba, welcome. I see some new faces here. I love it. Absolutely love seeing some new faces. Welcome to the stream. Hashtag IAMJAKE. That's right. So who the hell's Jamie? Jamie X Jakey. Lloyd, I saw you put that in one of my comments. I didn't understand what that meant. And you didn't really explain it to me either. Jamie. Who's Jamie? Any progress with Jakey? I don't know who you're talking about, Jamie. What made you think Jamie of all names? Made you think Jamie? Oh, because of the nickname Jam Genius. So now it's Jamie. Did you guys just figure out what Tongue Tied's name was? Did you solve the mystery behind Tongue Tied? Who knows? I see what you did there, Lloyd. I get it. I get it now. I understand. I'm telling you though, I was super confused. I was like, what is Jamie X Jakey? Hey, you had me confused. I had no idea what that meant. Oops. Jamie's also a nickname for anyone named James. It's also a nickname for anyone named Jim. Did you think about that? Did you think about that? You're just gonna have to come up with all the different J names, I guess. You never know. What if my name is Jake? What if I've been Jake the whole time? Who knows? I bet that would surprise the hell out of all of you if all of a sudden my name was Jake. I feel like I've put plenty of hashtags out there saying I am Jake. So maybe I am Jake. I need one more window. How are we going to get this window? Oh my goodness. You got to be kidding me. Come on. There's no way. Too far. Too jam far in the rabbit hole right now. All we need is that one window and I can't get to it. And now I got a green that's getting ready to blow up on me. There that goes. There we go. Finally. Finally beat it. I don't like that puzzle. Don't like it at all. Not my favorite, that's for sure. Oh, is France out? Have a great day, France. Thanks for joining the stream. Oh my goodness, it's impossible to get to these bombs in time. You gotta be kidding me. Let's try this puzzle instead. I don't like that puzzle. You definitely need to get power-ups in that puzzle, and we were not getting them, that's for sure. This one you need power-ups as well. Need these verticals, like that one. There we go. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get that one. That one. That'd be a nice little power up to have. Oh, I didn't want it to move. Oh, that green moved. Shoot. I had my eyes on it. There we go. Woo! I don't know how close we were to running out of moves, but I think we just barely got it. It's an interesting power-up. Wonder how we can use it. We need to combine it with another power-up. That's the best way. We need to find another power-up. Let's see what happens. Aw, I was hoping one of them would go vertical. None of them did. Man, not an easy puzzle. Shoot. Keep going. I feel like we don't have enough options. Man, I just need to get a couple more of these puzzles completed, and then we can continue on with the story with no problems. We can finish episode 6. All we need to do is get a couple of these puzzles done. Oh, screw you. We're going to keep going. Jim, we're going to keep going. So close. We're not going to give up now. Why wasn't I getting all those power-ups before? Wouldn't gonna give it to me until the very end. Pretend I'm playing Tetris. That's not helping me. It's not helping me at all. But I appreciate you guys are sticking around. We have one more puzzle left. We'll be able to get right back into the story. Just got one puzzle. We're gonna get it done. Don't you worry. We will complete these puzzles. Mm. There we go. Finally. And with that now, we have completed episode 6. We can get right back into the story. And look at that. We have Phil finally talking to us. Finally has some time. Finally got some time to talk to us there, Phil. Hey, Phil. How you doing? Now, remember, we are playing as the female MC, so I'm guessing Phil is going to be hitting on us hardcore as far as what I remember seeing in some of the comments I've read. I immediately recognized your number when you called. You're quite the celebrity here in Duskwood. You want my autograph there, Phil? Phil, the ladies' man, according to Alexa. He says we're cute. He has no idea what we look like. Not a clue. Sure, I'll hang it on the wall in the Aurora. So tongue-tied, what can I do you for? I'd like to ask you something. Just want to talk. Just want to talk to you for a bit there, Phil. Lacey loving on Phil. Look at that little heart eyes and everything. Lacey loves Phil. Talk just like that. Yes, Phil, just like that. That's what we're going to do. We're going to just talk. You're so cute. No, Hannah isn't in my basement. I've only just checked. Well, that's not the only question I have to ask you, Phil. Not just about your basement or Hannah. I got a few more questions. Wasn't expecting anything less. So when did you last talk to Hannah? Let me think. The day she disappeared. It was on the phone, right? Your number was in the call log. She called me and asked me if we could meet up. Ho ho. Hannah's meeting up with Phil, is she? I told her, sure, no problem. Just come to the Aurora. She knew the opening hours. But she didn't want to do that. She insisted in meeting up at my place. What is Hannah doing going over to Phil's place? I wonder. Why is that? Didn't ask. But I had my suspicions. Wink, wink. Told her we could meet the next day, but she never came. That just means you're no good, Phil. My bad. And then another day later, I find out that she disappeared. So what about the break-in in your basement? Hopefully, Phil knows that I had nothing to do with it. I was not involved at all. I wanted to thank you for that anyway. If you hadn't appealed to their conscience, I'd have called the police. To be honest, I thought you were just bluffing. But you know, it's the right thing to do. It was the right thing to do. They should have apologized. They should have explained themselves. Good night, Hannah. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Get some good sleep. Thanks for joining the stream. In that regard, you're really different from Jesse and the others, you know? Am I, Phil? Am I really that different? When something like this happens and I ignore it, I run the risk of my insurers getting wind of it. And then if something serious happens, I have a problem. But Jesse and the others just don't think of things like that. Jesse had nothing to do with the break-in either. You're right, this time it's unfounded, but usually it's true. So, was Phil suspicious when Hannah didn't turn up? I wonder. It's got a long message. I was, but she was the one who wanted to meet up, so I thought whatever she wanted must have resolved itself, or she would contact me. So she just no idea. No idea. Any idea why Hannah wanted to meet up? Do you want me to be honest, tongue-tied? Of course. What else? Sorry, just a phrase. Stranger to read than to hear. I thought she wanted to see me to distract herself a little. Ooh. Hannah was going to use Phil to distract herself? What are you trying to say there, Phil? Distract herself from what? From her boyfriend. She wanted to distract herself from her boyfriend, and she was going to use Phil to forget about him. How terrible. Hannah's committing grave sins, and the man without a face came and took her. I thought she'd had enough of Thomas and wanted to have some fun. So what made you think of that? So what was Hannah doing or saying that made Phil think that she just wanted to have some fun? A few weeks ago, Thomas turned up at the Aurora on his own. Usually, he never came without the others. He didn't say anything, but I thought something couldn't be right. Why do you think Hannah would do that? I don't need to know more about that. So why do you think Hannah would do that? Why do you think Hannah was just trying to have some fun with Phil? No idea. That's just how I judged her. And why else would she want to come to my apartment and not the Aurora? Who knows? So who told Hannah, or who told Phil about Hannah's disappearance? Guess it must have been one of the guests. Okay. So why did you talk so badly about Hannah? If all she wanted to do was have a little fun with you and you talked poorly about her? Can't remember. You have no idea. It was when Cleo was there. Talked poorly about Hannah. Upset Cleo. Cleo came storming into the Aurora and started asking questions about Hannah. So you think Phil went with Hannah to visit Iris? Interesting. I don't know how well you know Cleo, but of course, they weren't normal questions. I can't think of the word you would call that kind of question. Think you mean leading questions, maybe? That's it. Exactly. The way she was phrasing her questions made it seem like Phil couldn't answer that question without making it sound bad on him. She painted me like I was the kidnapper, and really loud too in front of some of my regulars. You got any examples? I'd like to know what she was saying. You always thought Hannah was pretty, didn't you? Something like that. It was just totally inappropriate. Cleo never liked me. Always known that. So what was your relationship to Hannah? Iron Skull. Hello, welcome. The kind of relationship a barkeeper has with his regulars. Her, Jesse, and the rest of the bunch were at the Aurora often enough. Sometimes gave Hannah free drinks. I mean, he's the bartender, he owns the Aurora, so he would probably give free drinks to his regulars. I can't see that being anything bad. But when you answer, I just appreciate beautiful women, that sounds bad. I must admit, I thought she was pretty cute. But she definitely not someone I'd want a serious relationship with. So these smileys that you use, why do you use them? He's old school. Nobody uses them anymore. Amazing you'd even notice that. That's all the important questions I've had. Phil slept with Amy. It's the only evidence I can think of that would actually get him arrested. That he slept with Amy? Remember what Dan draws into Doodle Friends? A skull. That's true. You know, Phil, you're pretty nice. You're a nice guy, Phil. That's very suspicious. You're a nice guy, Phil, and that's suspicious. Sounds like you've had some bad experiences lately. Got a little trust issues there, Phil. We got some trust issues. In any case, I'm not prejudiced towards people I don't know, and I know you only want to find your friend. So why should I stand in your way? Not exactly nice to the friends, and we know that you're mean to Jesse. The thing with Jesse is another story, and if you want to hear that, I'll gladly reserve a stool at my bar for you. That's so nice of you, Phil. And until then, I can tell you that everybody gets exactly the amount of respect from me that they deserve. That's it for now, Phil. But appreciate it. Appreciate you talking to us, Phil. Seems like a damn nice guy. When will you be in Duskwood next? Oh, next week probably. I'll probably go visit. Go visit and say hi to everybody. Come over to Aurora when you're here. I'd love to. I'd absolutely love to go check it out. How long the live stream's been? It's been going on for 2 hours now, Lily. Looking forward to it. Phil's looking forward to it. Me too, Phil. All right, so now I got some news, guys. I talked to Phil. He had answers to everything. Phil's trying to take us on a date, Phil's trying to buy us. He's trying to buy us some beers at his bar. Because he appreciates beautiful women, according to him. Yeah, Richie, what do you do all day long? We know you're not helping customers. Oh, but he's been working on Dan's car. Ooh, I wonder how he's coming along. I'm excited. What did Phil tell you? My personal evaluation of Phil. Hannah wanted to meet up with Phil. Phil invited me to the Aurora. Phil was extremely cooperative, so Hannah definitely wanted to meet up with Phil. Apparently, she didn't tell him why. She wanted to meet at his apartment. Ho ho ho. Thomas isn't going to like that very much when he sees it. Very strange indeed. Why would you want to meet up with Phil in the first place? Come on, Richard. We know why. We know why. She wanted to meet up with Phil in his apartment, all by themselves. You really want me to say it, Richie? We got loves, we got the birds, we got the flowers. Or not the birds, but we got the flowers and the bees, the rocket ship, and then blast off. Richie knows emoticons. He'd be able to figure that one out. They were happy that they could celebrate the rocket launch in spring. Almost. You almost got that one, Richie. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You got it. He figured it out. That's what Phil thought Hannah wanted from him. Yep. According to Phil. But we don't know. We have no idea what Hannah truly wanted from Phil. Maybe she just wanted to talk to him in private. In his apartment. Alone. Probably naked. I don't know. I don't know. Hannah would never let anyone like Phil near her. She likes decent men. So Phil invited me to the Aurora. No big deal. I'm sure he invites a lot of people to the Aurora. Why does it not surprise you? Because he's a womanizer? Is that why? That'd be the last place I'd want to go, or I'd want to take you tongue-tied. Richie, are you jealous? Are you jam jealous, Richie? Phil was extremely cooperative, very pleasant. My personal evaluation is he seems like a nice guy. Seems like a jam nice guy. I think he's just fed up with you guys. The opposite of what I expected. Or he's deceived me. It's pretty much the opposite of what we were expecting. There's at least one thing Phil lied to me about. Anyway, Phil's telling the truth. Is there something that Phil lied to us about? What are some of the options? That Hannah didn't tell him the reason she wanted to meet him. I don't know which one. That he just accepted that Hannah never turned up to the meeting. Yeah, I think that's what he was lying about. He just accepted the fact that Hannah didn't want to turn up. That's got to be it. Because when you make plans, and then the person just doesn't show up, you're gonna investigate that. You're gonna figure out why. So I think that's what he might have been lying about. Just didn't fit with the rest of the story. Right. Dan updated his oh, Dan's on the road. Is he really? I didn't even see that picture. Damn, he's absolutely loving life right now. I'd have bet he wouldn't even talk to you. Do you happen to be working for the FBI? I'll take that as a compliment, Richie. So what's next? I'll think of something. I'll think of something about what's next. Oh, the Midnight in Duskwood. Look at that. Can we open it? Doesn't look like we can open it. That's the Midnight in Duskwood. That's the book that we were looking for. Apparently Hannah had it the whole time. Hannah had the digital version of the Book of Legends. And I even know what Jake would say. Yada yada, I'm a hacker. No, he would say, well done, tongue-tied. We know what Jake would say. Show your friends from Duskwood. You should talk to Jessica and Richie about your find. Right. We should talk to Jessica and Richie about our find. They know more about it than I do. I don't care about legends and nonsense like that. And I want you to do all the work on your own. Richie and Jesse, they would know a little bit more about it than we would. That's for certain. And don't worry, Jake, I'll take care of it. I will deal with it, Jake. Look what we got, guys. We got the Midnight in Duskwood book. Got the digital copy. Oh yeah, we had a good laugh about Dan's little hospital pics while Dan was even here. He was on, he was watching, he was listening. We had a good laugh about it. He had his drool rag sitting on his shoulder and everything. I mean, it was crazy. He was getting sponge baths by a bearded nurse. I don't know. That's living life, if you ask me. What's that you're sending? The long-awaited Book of Legends. Winky face. Oh, Jesse's online. Guess what I have, Jesse? Got the Book of Legends. You know, Richie, you only have one employee. Of course she's your favorite employee. You just got the one. Probably shouldn't overwhelm Jesse right off the bat. But Jesse says it's okay. Maybe we'll be able to look at the Book of Legends. The book about the Duskwood legend. We got the Book of Legends. I haven't even read it myself yet, Jesse. We're going to read it together. The book Man Without a Face. You know, Richie, you can let Jessie decide. If she wants to look at the book, then she can look at the book. She really wants to do it herself. Strong, independent woman right there. She can do it her jam self. Doesn't want to wait until sometime. I want to do it now. It's the spirit. It's a spirit, Jesse. We can do it. Let's meet up here again once we've all read the story. All right, let's do it. Let's go ahead and open the Book of Legends.
The disappearance of the butcher's boy, William Green.
That was loud.
Due to a severe birth defect, which caused half of his face to be disfigured, most kids his age avoid young William. Therefore, he is excited by the offer the three boys, Jimmy Hopkins, Nathaniel Tanner, and Scotty Morris, make him, especially since they typically only make faces or hurl insults at him. During a walk, they came across a fawn, so they say, which is why they are inviting William to go visit the little deer together. So he follows his new playmates deeper and deeper into the forest, while they continue to gush over the fawn. They say that its ears are so big and funny, his coat so incredibly soft, his eyes so beautiful to look at. Yes, supposedly it even likes to be petted. However, when they arrive at the clearing they had described, there is no fawn anywhere to be found. The warm smile of his friends suddenly changes into the awful laughter of ridicule. Before William realizes the terrible situation he has gotten himself into, they tie him to a large tree
Bunch of
and
assholes.
pull a jute bag over his head while repeatedly calling out the word scarecrow. They leave William, who is very scared, behind. He is so terrified that he does not make a sound, does not cry or call out as they abandon the poor boy to his fate. The same night, Jimmy Hopkins comes to his senses.
The hell just happened? The hell just happened?
Searches the dark forests for the child. But when they arrive at the location described by the foolish boy Jimmy Hopkins, William is not there anymore. All they can find is the rope, untouched at the foot of the tall tree, an ocean of raven feathers, black as coal, and the jute bag soaked with blood. Some may say that this was the night that the legend of the man without a face was born, when William's father picked up the bag that was dripping with his own child's blood, because William was never found, and neither was a single clue of his whereabouts. But soon, the houses of the wrongdoers were marked with strange signs that resembled a raven. They appeared out of nowhere, as if they were made by an invisible hand. Then, in the night of the new moon, the families of the three boys vanished completely and were never seen again. And so the legend lives on, demanding payment for sins that have been committed. Creeps through Duskwood streets, watching vigilantly through raven eyes in the cover of the dark night.
What a sad story. Very well put together. Like a legit good campfire story. But sad. Like, Poor boy. Oh, Thomas is writing to Hannah. Hey, you. Just want to say how much I miss you. Everyone's doing their best to find you, you know. Cleo and I tried to break into the Aurora's basement last night. Can you imagine? I think we're all starting to go a little bit crazy here. Lily hasn't been too well either. You know how she is. And Dan's in the hospital. Jesse, Richie, and Tongue Tied are even on the trail of some old Duskwood legend. What do you think about that? I think we're on a good trail. I still don't know why you sent me the number of Tongue Tied, but you'll have to, but you'll have had your reasons. Really miss you, Hannah. I love you. Oh, poor Thomas. Can we go on? Of course we can. Lily. It took ages. What took you so long, Lily? Yeah, it seemed to me like you were just dawdling along, Lily. Don't know what you expect. Well, you might not have been, but it seemed like you were. Next time you can go yourself. And have you found out the strange sequence of numbers is all about? Haven't had time yet. In case you forgot, the numbers were 01040. I'll find out what these numbers mean. Don't you worry. I thought that I had something to do in here. Maybe not. I thought those numbers were like an email address, yeah? Hmm. Might just have to wait for Lily to come back. We need to add the contact. Oh, you're right. We did need to add the contact. Hey, Jam Genius. Totally forgot about that. Now what? Nim OS. Nothing there. Oh, I guess we got to talk to Lily. It was a contact ID. I totally forgot it was a contact ID. Who's behind a number? I don't know the person. I don't know. I have no idea. It might be Jake, but I don't know. Yeah, Nemos is the antivirus software that actually helps protect us in episode 7. Lily's going to add the contact as well. But how do we go now? He's offline. Let's see if they respond. Oh, there we go. Some notes. There it is. Yeah, so it's a 01040.jake@gmail.com. You're supposed to go and send him an email, and then they'll email you back. However, unfortunately for you guys, I'm not gonna open up my emails while I'm streaming. So we're gonna convince Lily to do the email herself. We're gonna convince her to do some work. Because why not? Why not convince Lily to do it? Right, I found it. I found the contact in their notes. I already know. Lily, I need you to email them. Oh. Well, there you go, Allie. Allie was right. If you just send them that message, the RW47VR, Nemos comes online. Let's see what this is. And we have the key. Now, I know what the password to the key is. It's basically whatever name that you're using. So when you send the email, to 0140 at Jake or .jake at gmail.com, whatever that email is, when you send that to them, they'll respond with that RW47VR, and then you use that into your message. You get the key. You have to have the password to that key. We know what the password is. It's basically just whatever name you're using in the game. I'm just trying to incorporate you guys. I'm not trying to play dumb. I'm just trying to incorporate you guys. Allie was all about it. Allie only sent like 18 chats. Even It's Me sent a chat in there trying to get the message across. And I see it. I see it. Excited to hear Jake's voice again. We'll be able to hear his voice here very soon. His deep rumbling robot voice. Because he's using a voice modulator to disguise himself. I've got a few ideas. I know what the password is. And so the password is your name. So if you just put your name in, then this video pops up. So again, I just put in my name, tongue-tied, because that's my name. And we have this video of Jake. Are you guys ready? I'm going to turn it down just a little bit because I feel like when I have the volume up too loud, it like distorts their voice and it's just harder to hear. So I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. You'll still be able to hear it, no problem. You'll be able to hear it just fine. Are you guys ready to hear Jake for the first time in a long time, since like, in a couple episodes ago, I think.
When you see this, I'll already begun. I'll have gone into hiding, or my pursuers will have managed to find me. Forgive me that I couldn't tell you in person, but this way I want to ensure that you find out who I really am. On the one hand, I owe you. On the other, I don't want you to concentrate on finding me when I suddenly disappear. I have never told anyone else what I'm about to tell you. I am Hannah's half-brother. Her and I have never met, and although that was the only reason I contacted her all the time ago, I never told her. Soon, I was forced to cut contact with her, but shortly before she disappeared, she turned to me asking for help. Hannah and Lily are the only family I have left, and I hope you understand now why I was so invested in finding her. I ask you to keep my secret, because I don't want to be responsible for her family breaking apart. It's no longer in my power to find Hannah. Her fate is now entirely in your hands. I thank you for our conversations and your courage. We will see each other again when the time comes.
There you have it. A message from Jake. What's his real name? Are you asking what Jake's real name is? Or are you asking what Tongue-Tied's real name is? Allie, I did tell you my real name. I don't know. I didn't know what you expect from me. I don't know how many times I have to tell you that my name's Tongue-Tied. So Lily saw the same video. And so now Lily knows that Jake is also her half-brother. Just like he's Hannah's half-brother. So that's what he told Lily after she had published the video. So early on, when everybody thought that Jake and Hannah were having the affair, and that Jake and Hannah were supposed to love each other and be romantic with each other. It was all false. They're jam related. Lexa thinks Tongue-Tied's name is Jam Genius. Jake didn't just leave the video there for her, but a picture too of his mother and her father. But all of this wasn't about giving me proof, because Jake could have just given me this picture back then. He did it all just for you. But you know what? He wanted us to work together, Lily. In the end, Jake wanted us to work together. That is true. And I think in the end we were meant to find out together. Must have made the video quite a while ago. I don't know. I don't know how long ago, really. But we often ask Jake things about himself. He usually stonewalled us pretty hard. However, we did get small talk with him. We were able to achieve that in the last live stream yesterday. According to him, he never wanted to tell me the truth. He changed his mind after the video. That would have probably been for the best. I suppose it's understandable. I mean, he didn't really want to ruin the relationship. He didn't really want to tear down the family that they had built by, all of a sudden they have a half brother somewhere. That could be hard on a family. So I suppose it's understandable. Who knows? Have a great rest of your day, Megro. Thanks for joining the stream. But you know what, Lily? We can't tell anyone, Lily. We gotta keep it a secret. Can't tell no one. Ron, you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for joining the stream. Now I understand why I broke off contact with Hannah all this time ago. Yes, so do I. Because he had fallen in love with him. She had a bad fight because she was being traced by the government. Probably because she was falling in love with him. Maybe is it because Hannah was falling in love with Jake? Because he was being tracked by the government? Actually, I don't know. I think it was because maybe he was, or maybe Hannah was starting to fall in love with Jake, and so Jake was like, "Oh, I gotta cut this off." You didn't do it on purpose, Lily. Oh wait, you did actually. You had to cause Jake go in hiding. You got his pursuers hot on his trail, so he had to go in hiding. But you know what? I'm not going to be too hard on you now, Lily. Everybody makes mistakes. It's okay. Is he really gone? He'll be back. Don't you worry. He'll be back. I just know it. I know it. I can't count on that. He's only in this situation because of me. I'm going to do something. This is when we come up with the hashtag. And what's the hashtag, everybody? Put it down there in the chat. Put it in chat right now. What is it? I know you guys know it. Text you later, and I'll probably need your help. Everyone that read the story? Yes, I have. I've definitely read it. How terribly sad. Dark legends often have a sad origin. There you go. Let's make a wall of IAMJAKE. So that's true, I guess. What do you think about it? William was taken by the man without a face. The boy's father was the man without a face. The boy took revenge on his tormentors. I think the boy's father was the man without his face. I think he went through such deep depression of losing his son. He threw his son he threw that bag, that goop bag all over his head, and he took vengeance. He made them kids pay. Justice. I think the boy's father was a man without a face for sure. For sure. The father took vengeance on all them kids. To take revenge for his dead child. The murderer's mask is definitely the one from the legend. What do the ravens mean? Yeah, the mask is definitely from the legend. The murderer undoubtedly wants to be connected to the legend. He wore it during the attack on Jesse and threatening phone calls. So I think he definitely undoubtedly wants to be connected to the legend. Definitely. Welcome back, Lloyd. He wants his crimes to be attributed to a monster. The only reason is that he wants to confuse us. He's expressing that he had a reason for everything. Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. He's expressing he had a reason for it all. There's got to be a reason behind it all. Hannah deserved it. The crime was an accident. I can't explain. So he kidnapped Hannah because Hannah deserved it. That's what he's trying to. That's what he's trying to say. What do you think the ravens mean? The raven is a bearer of bad news for many Duskwood. Maybe just how it's always been. So the reason, and I'll tell you the reason why I skipped the answer part for Jesse's the drawing, and I know what you guys are talking about. Yeah, the answer was flower seeds. The reason I skipped it, I had to actually cut it out of the video because my video got marked for copyrighted music. So for me to, I don't know, for me to get it from being copyright, for me to get it from being copyright, I had to cut out that part. So yeah, so that's the reason why I cut it out. So before we get into that today, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna mute it, And you'll still be able to hear me. We just won't be able to hear the music in the backgrounds, which won't be a problem. So that'll be how we do that today. We won't have to worry about copyright or anything like that. And William's father chose the raven as a symbol because it was already connected to the misery in people's heads. I think he chose the raven because of the raven feathers in the forest. They were scattered around like black coal. In Norse mythology, 2 ravens were Odin's scouts. Just thought I'd mention it. Thanks, Richie. And Lexa also mentioned it as well. So I think it's time for a bit of small but entertaining break. What are you Jim talking about, Richie? Here soon, I'm gonna have to mute the. I'm gonna just so I don't forget. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the sound all the way down. Now, let me know in chat. You guys can definitely still hear me, right? You can definitely still hear me. You just can't hear what's going on in the game, correct? Awesome. Thank you, Ali, Lexa, Saba. Just wanted to make sure because now before we start this game, I wanted to make sure you guys could still hear me. Because I can't have the sound playing because I'll get hit with copyright. All right. Let's go ahead and play the game. Let's do it. Yes, thank you, Lacey and George. Thank you for that. Lexa, Richie is smart but plays dumb like someone else. I wonder who you're talking about, Lexa. Better not be talking about tongue-tied. Jam Genius, get them all right. I'll try. I think the first time I played it, I'm almost certain I didn't get Jesse's right. I'm pretty certain I didn't. Haven't played in a really long time. Okay, I'll invite you all, and in the meantime, I'll explain the rules to tongue-tied. All right. Right then. The drawer must. So when I first played this, I thought for sure I was gonna have to draw, and I'm not a good drawer. I thought for sure I was gonna have to draw something. Luckily, I didn't have to. Drawer must draw something to depict the given word on the board up there as good as possible. Everyone has to guess as quickly as they can. We haven't played this in ages. Dan's ready to go. So just shout out in your suggestions, tongue-tied. All right. Allie memorized all the answers. You can't see the words your fellow player guessed, only if they were right or wrong. I get it. Got it. Okay, Richie's the first one to draw. Can we begin? We can begin. Let's go. Let's do it. All right. Circle, circle. The hell is he doing? Looks like a telephone. What, do you draw the line in the wrong spot? Oh, is it a bicycle? How do you spell bicycle? Just use autocorrect. Yeah, we got it. Got the check mark. Thomas got it right too. Who the fuck draws a bike like that? Right? For real, Richie. That was terrible. What are the round things on the handlebars? Richie doesn't even know. He has no clue. Nice decorations. All right, now we have Dan doing his drawing. Oh, we're supposed to respond? It's exactly what Dan wanted. Now you have to do better, Dan. Want to bet it's going to be worse? Yeah, Dan, you want to bet it's going to be worse? I bet it's going to be way worse, Dan. Good luck. It's the same every time. Genius at work. A jam genius at work. Are you ready for the Picasso? Let's do it. Looks like a skull. It looks like a skull, but we already knew it was a cigar. I think he draws it in the very end. Yep, right there. The very end, he draws it. He drew all of that, and at the very end draws cigar. Yui, welcome. I haven't seen you in a while, Yui. Welcome to the stream. It's a pretty good drawing, but why would you draw a skull and then when you're trying to get us to guess a cigarette? You call that artistic liberty. You only did it to be the center of attention for longer. You're just jealous, Tommy boy. Look, it was actually better than Richie's. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. It was better than Richie's. All right, Tommy boy, it's your turn. We're ready. We are ready. Got a tree. Squirrel thinking of acorns. That actually wasn't bad either. Might as well follow suit. Oh, how cute. Oh, how cute. Oh, how cute. All right, Jesse's turn. One more round, Jesse. Come on, you can do it, Jesse. Let's start. Let's do it. So that right there is essentially her bag of seeds. And then she erases it and draws a flower and a seed, which comes to flower seeds. There's Dan. Nice drawing, babe. Dan, you didn't even guess it correctly, Dan. You had no idea what kind of drawing it was. Of course we had to notice. We noticed everything. You know, I'll draw next time, but not this time. Not this time. I'll draw next time. Not this time. But yeah, you're right though. Cleo never did draw either. And I heard well, not heard, but I read in the comments that this was probably a way to maybe see who could potentially draw a raven, like who was good at drawing and who could potentially draw a raven. And the best drawers were Thomas and Dan. So who knows? Turn the sound back on. Now we're back to Lily. I know how we can help Jake. He hasn't contacted you in the meantime, has he? No, he hasn't. Maybe he'd put me in danger if he did. It's possible. It's possible if he contacted me, he'd put us in danger. I'm assuming he wasn't arrested, but had to go into hiding. That's what I think so too. I think so as well. Welcome back, Dan. Oh, I have a feeling. I have a feeling everyone just yeah, I think he just read it. I was gonna stick up for everyone. I was gonna have everyone's back, and I was gonna tell Dan about how much you guys complimented his drawing. But nope, he beat me to the punch. He read your guys' chats. He knows exactly what you did. How dare you all? Behind his back, not even to his face. But you know what? It would have been to your face, Dan, if you were here. It's not here, not their fault. Who out there said Dan's drawing sucked? I'll tell you what, Dan. I'll tell you this though. I did say that your drawing was better than Richie's. However, Thomas gave you a run for your money. Let's be real. He drew a really cute squirrel. Even you said it. Even you said, "Oh, how cute." Such a cute squirrel. So Lily tried to rectify her mistake with the video. Contacted everyone who messaged me because of the video and took back my wrong accusations. Oh, contact everybody that messaged her about the video. Not everyone that saw it, though. The only ones that messaged her. Right, Dan? You were with me in the game, so you knew. You knew that I said your drawing was better than Richie's. Richie's was terrible. Richie's was god awful. That's a good start, Lily. France says Picasso was disgusted with your drawing, Dan. Allie says Picasso would have been disappointed in you as well, Dan. Saba, no matter what you say, Dan, it doesn't change the fact that your drawing wasn't any good. I don't know, Dan. I'll tell you this. I don't know if you want to call out some of my subscribers with their drawing. They've done some pretty good fan art for myself. They've done some good Duskwood fan art. They've done some good tongue-tied fan art. If you guys haven't seen any of the fan art, you can see it on Instagram. I'm not sure if I have it on Twitter or not, but you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Tongue-Tied Games on Instagram and Twitter. So you can follow me there if you guys want to see some of the stuff. But yeah, Dan, I've got some pretty good artists out there. Lloyd included. Lloyd. He's actually, well, I don't want to share Lloyd's information. If Lloyd wants to tell you what he's working on, Lloyd can tell you what he's working on. But I have seen a drawing of Lloyd's, and it was really good. I will say that. I do remember that, Lloyd. I remember seeing that drawing of yours. It's really good. Yui. What are you saying, Yui? You in here chirping at Dan as well? You was in here chirping at Dan as well? You might not find Dan at his house if you go to his house. You might still have to go to the hospital. I believe, if I can find it, we have a new picture of Dan. Dan sent us another picture. This so this picture must have been immediately after Dan's sponge bath with the bearded nurse. That's how the bearded nurse left Dan after the sponge bath. Oh, poor Dan. That's a face that's seen some things right there. Oh, he's seen some things. You'll never be able to unsee him ever again, Dan. Dan says that's him looking at the comments of his drawing. So a lot of people who wanted to help back replied to that video. That's the that's the face that you make when you think that you're a smart ass. Talking about me there, Dan. Talking about tongue tied. It's the face you make when tongue tied thinks he's a smart ass. Look at that. Kyle's got your back though, Dan. Kyle is got Dan's back 100%. Doesn't even laugh at Dan's picture. Kyle is Dan's true MVP right there. Not only just told those people the truth, but I also asked them to help us. Hopefully you didn't tell him anything important though, Lily. Of course not, though. Details aren't important anyway. What's important is that we have a huge amount of people who want to help. Jake's pursuers have to go after every trace and every clue about him. So we'll ensure that there are enough traces for them to find. We flood the internet with false traces of Jake. We just spread his tracks everywhere. Take a look at this. Got some pictures popping. Oh, we got a little video here. I am Jake in Germany. Do I like survival games? Sure. We have supporters in the whole world, and they're getting more by the minute. Just rented the billboard for IAMJAKE, Brazil, Italy, USA, Germany, Russia. Let's go, people. Don't let them catch our friend from Duskwood. That's a dope looking billboard right there. Martin DSK from Duskwood. Jake, and I'm in USA. Look at that. I'm Jake and I'm in USA. Catch me if you can. Have I tried Day R Survival? I remember downloading Day R Survival like, it was years ago I downloaded it and I played it a little bit. It's pretty good. It's a long game because it's very storytelling and you have to literally do everything you can think of to survive. I mean, literally you have to like burn wood just to make coal, just so that you can use that coal to filter water so you can drink, clean water. So I do remember Dare Survival. Yeah, I did play it a little bit a long time ago. I haven't played it recently. I know they've went through a couple updates. So yeah, I haven't really played it recently though. All these people are doing this for Jake, you and me. It's really gigantic. It's really well done, Lily. So how can I help? So far, everyone's been doing the same thing. We show ourselves everywhere in the world and pretend that we're Jake. Hashtag IAMJAKE. That could be through a video or a photograph. The important thing is the hashtag IAMJAKE. Dan says that Phil and him are close, right? He's one of his best customers. He's one of his regulars. So I wonder if Phil would be happy to know that Dan was going to the Black Swan, giving somebody else his business. I wonder how Phil would feel about that. Some are also using hashtag Duskwood for their affiliation. We have to help Jake tongue-tied. We can't lose him. Hashtag IAMJAKE. And there you guys have it. That was the end of episode 6. Hashtag IAMJAKE. Well, we only got episode 7 left. It'll probably be a 2-stream part. Probably do one part. The first half of episode 7. We'll stream that. I think now. Now, okay. So look, we're probably gonna stream the first part on Sunday night, my time, Sunday night, probably around 11 o'clock, like I've been doing the past few nights. And the reason I'm doing it at 11 o'clock my time, 11 p.m. my time, is because that's just easier for me. It's when I have my downtime. It's when I'm not working. It's when I can actually sit here and not have to worry about disturbances. I don't have to worry about being disrupted or anything. It's just best for me. And I understand that it might not be best for everyone, but that's when I'm able to do it. And as of right now, it's just the time that I got. So on Sunday, we're going to do part 1. We're going to do it at 11 o'clock p.m. on Sunday. Part 2 of episode 7 is going to be on Monday, probably 11 o'clock p.m. on Monday. I will put out a calendar, or I'll schedule the YouTube stream for both part 1 and part 2. So if you guys don't already have it, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you turn on the bell. Make sure you turn on the notifications. That way, when I do set those streams, that you guys get notified right away. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button on this stream right here. Leave a comment. Anything that you guys can do to help get these videos out there, to help bump up the stream, or bump up the subscribers, bump up the likes. Share the video with your friends. Share it with other people that enjoy Duskwood as well. There's a lot of us out there that enjoy this game, Duskwood. Do everything that you can. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and join this amazing this amazing community. Join the tethered, right? And what does that mean to be tethered? All that means is that you're supporting tongue-tied. You are tethered in some way, shape, or form to us, whether it's a like, whether it's a comment, whether it's a subscription. You are tethered to tongue-tied. And without each and every one of you, this channel doesn't exist. It's not just me, it's all of us. Yes, I am tongue-tied. You guys are my tethered, and all of us together, we are strong, and we can build, and we become stronger. We can grow our tethered. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment on videos. As always, thanks for watching. I love each and every one of you. And we'll see you next time. We'll probably see you on Sunday and Monday night. You guys have a great rest of your night. Goodbye.